Fanboy, 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 fanboy.
God of War Ascension looks absolutely terrible. This is a prequel. A prequel. Another prequel. Like we haven't seen this a billion times, man. Words don't even explain how completely baffled I am by Santa Monica Studios and Sony's decision to make a stinking prequel. This game is gonna completely stink! First of all, it's gonna be the 7th game in the God of War series, but it's a prequel, and it's gonna be like the latest game. You know, it's supposed to come out for the PS3 with the latest graphics, the latest engine, but it's a prequel. You know, this takes the story backwards, and the series takes many steps back by going back to a freaking prequel. It doesn't address the ending of God of War 3, you know, what happened to Kratos after his fight with Zeus, and it's gonna have multiplayer. It's gonna... yes, you heard me correct. God of War Ascension is gonna have multiplayer. That is the worst idea I've ever heard for a God of War game. Okay, that's completely gonna ruin it. Okay, I'm watching here, watching the little multiplayer video they have from Games Radar, and let me tell you something. This looks completely confusing. Okay, you have a bunch of clones of Kratos. Oh, like that was a surprise. Every character is basically Kratos. You can't choose anybody else. There's no different characters to actually play because it's not built like that. God of War is a single-player game. That's like making a multiplayer Devils May Cry. Well, who do you think you're gonna play as? Dante! Okay, give me a break here. This is a single-player only type of game, and the multiplayer already looks cluttered. It's a mess. It looks like some kind of wannabe puzzle game, and it looks absolutely terrible, man! I mean, look at this. It's chronologically, it's gonna be the first chapter in the series. Forming part of a saga with vengeance as a central theme. Oh, vengeance! There's that word again. Excuse me, wasn't vengeance and revenge the only theme in God of War? Every single installment was about vengeance. Give me a break, man! Okay, the first one, God of War 1, God of War 2, the PSP games, God of War 3. I mean, this is ridiculous. Before he became the ghost of Sparta? What does that even mean? What, before he had that really ashy skin? The single player will feature a revamped combat and weapon system, promptless minigames and new puzzles. Sony mentioned fluid, lifelike characters, dynamic lighting effects, and world-changing scenarios. The story is just a little bit shorter than in previous God of War games. Oh, you know what that translates into? 5 hours of gameplay. That's right. A 5-hour story mode. That's what it means. Because they can't possibly have an incredibly long or lengthy campaign mode because it's a prequel. It leads up to the meat, the actual real storyline of God of War when he goes up against Ares. And supposedly the multiplayer will have customization, you know, characters. The character itself, Kratos, will be customized, so you'll have like different clothing and armor and all that type of nonsense. This is absolutely terrible. Because you know it's going to be Kratos. Every character is going to be Kratos. Okay? I mean, it says right here, confirmed that Kratos and other known gods will not be included in the multiplayer modes as playable characters because they didn't want red Kratos, blue Kratos, yellow Kratos. Exactly. It's going to be a generic character that plays exactly like Kratos. It is Kratos. Don't tell me that's not Kratos because the gameplay is Kratos. He just has like it just doesn't show his face. It basically has a mask on. Horrible, okay? This is just the worst looking God of War game so far. This is easily terrible. The story focuses on a younger Kratos as he tries to break the blood oath that binds him to Ares. Players will get to see a younger Kratos, one driven mad after being tricked into killing his wife and child. What is that? That sounds like the first one. Horrible. Just awful, okay? This is just... It's not God of War 4. It's not a real sequel. It's not an actual installment to the franchise. It says right here, New Zealand-based online retailer Mighty Ape then listed God of War 4 for release in 2012. But it's not. It's Ascension. It's a stinking prequel. This is gonna be terrible. It's worthless. It stinks. It's crap. It's not worth buying. I mean, this is a time before Kratos became the ghost of Sparta and was not bound in blood. This is just horrible. Female characters just look strange with that rig, Papey says. Why, there are no female characters available in Ascension. What rig are you talking about? Possibilities never before built animation rig. Okay. Well, I mean, if you have female characters, yeah, I guess they'll look weird. They're kind of hunched over like Kratos, looking like a caveman. So I guess they will look kind of strange. But it's not even. They managed to try and rip that style off though with games like what's that one with what is that game? It was a God of War ripoff, came for the PS3, came out like way back in 2008 I think, or 2007. Anyway, this game looks terrible. Okay, this is the worst looking God of War game. Obviously you guys agree. If you clicked on this video, you're not going to be buying it. I know I'm not going to be buying it. It's not worth purchasing. It's not worth even taking a look at. It's easily the worst game of the year when it comes out, and the multiplayer is worthless. And God of War sucks, man. Alright, so that's it for this episode of Fanboy Reviews. And until next time, keep fanboying. Yeah!